Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for July 21st to the end of the month. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. This is a really big time for you, and I do want to welcome you to the season finale of the most bonkers month of 2025. It has been a month. It is a very life-changing month, and clearly it's not over. You feel this electric charge in the air, yeah? With Uranus officially in Gemini. And you're really going to feel it the next 2 weeks, okay? And you have been adapting to a lot of different changes to this new era that you are embarking on. And it looks really good on you, by the way. All right. Now, here's the thing. You've been going through, you've been letting a lot of things go, okay? Things that don't serve you well. Remember, the once in a lifetime rare trine that we're experiencing right now, the summer, for the entire summer, the prism portal, I gave it a name, right? It's happening all year. It's happening for many years. But you really feel it now over the summer, okay? Remember, it's all the outer planets. They're connecting with each other. Yeah. At those early degrees of new beginnings, the first time in modern human history, you're excited about this. You're not holding back. And you are changing because it includes Pluto. You're transforming. Uranus now officially again in Gemini. You're reinventing yourself. Saturn conjuncting Neptune in Aries, bringing structure to your visions. Like, this is huge. You are fiercely owning who you are. This is you spiritually evolving on your path to enlightenment, okay? Embracing that pioneering spirit as a role model, as a trailblazer, as a leader. That's what's happening right now for you, okay? You're like Wonder Woman or Jane Eyre, Chunk from the Goonies, whatever, however you want to see it, you create your reality, okay? Indiana Jones. You're going to feel unstoppable, especially now. This, and I want to be your friend, Scorpio, this is going to be huge. Leo season, yeah? That spotlight that you deserve, you're about to get it, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen for you. But before, look at what happens on Monday, July 21st, right out the gate. You got Venus with the nodes. So I mentioned this last week where I said Mars conjuncting the South Node, which is literally happening on Sunday, right? So Venus is there. I said she's going to be right there. All right. And yeah, she's going to square that conjunction, but she's also going to square the nodes. I didn't have time to talk about last week. I'm talking about it now. And I dropped these forecasts a little bit before the week begins. You may be experiencing it in a few days, whenever you watch this reading. She's squaring the nodes. We call it the bending of the nodes, right? And again, her lover, Mars, is conjuncting the South Node, and she's squaring the South Node. It's in Virgo. That's her 11th house. So this day has a bit of a kick to it, okay? It's this rare alignment. Remember, everything's cyclical. So the last time this happened was 18 and a half years ago. You can think about what happened in your life between 2006 to 2007 when the North Node was in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, right? Your 11th house. What does that even mean? 11th house, your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, dreams, aspirations, long-term commitments, things like that, okay? As well as your social network, your squad, your community, benefactors, allies, even social media, if you're here for social media. It's a thing. The 11th house is like the masses, all right? So, or just community. Remember, Mars, your ruling planet, your traditional ruler, is cutting, right? There's something here. It could be a friendship. It could be, a group, a community that you belong to. Things are changing, okay? Now, but Venus is here. She's with the nodes of fate, bringing something destined for you, all right? In relationships, love, money, creativity, peace, beauty. Literally, by the way, yeah? I mean, it's Venus. I like cosmetics. You could be doing some enhancements. It's in Virgo, right? Remember, Virgo energy is purification too. So anyway, Venus is pretty much like looking you right in the eyes and asking you, what do you want for your destiny? What is your heart desire? in any of the places I just said. All right. But she's saying, hey, yeah, I'm with Mars. You got to make some room for it. There's something that's got to adjust and change here. And are you vibrating at that high frequency on your karmic journey? Because again, this is a fated event that's going to be happening around this time. A karmic event. It's a south node. There's something here that a lesson learned or something. Remember, we have all those retrogrades. We have Mercury retrograde. This is a south node that has to do with the past. So there could be something internal. There could be something within your world, circumstantial, something that you've got to let go. You're going to see it play out this week, okay? And to be honest, Venus is in Gemini right now. So when I say right now, there's something here about your future with a relationship, partnership, or making money, building wealth, there's going to be a tension here. That's all I'm saying, okay? With Venus in Gemini and the fact that the moon is going to be in Gemini this day as well. They're going to conjunct. That's amazing, okay? A lot of great, like, feminine energy, a lot of nurturing energy, a lot of talking too, right? You're going to be very conversational, but it is stimulating, and it is your 8th house, which can be really deep, and it can be very psychological, but it can also be very, like, this is your transformation, okay? This is the caterpillar to butterfly moment for you. So I really, really think you're going to be very social. And I think that there's going to be some adjustments that happen that has to do with partnerships. It can be love. It can be work. It can be career. It can be anything, right? Venus natively rules your 7th. It can be your sister. It can be your agent, whoever, lawyer, whoever. There's going to be some adjustments and a tension here. All right. Especially about your future. Okay. And a lot of it may be because you're getting married. A lot of it could be because you fell in love. I mean, remember, the North Node is in Pisces. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something later. I'll just tell you now. Juno will be trining the North Node and sextiling the South Node. So that's another layer of partnerships and relationships, but justice being served in partnerships, relationships, contracts, legal matters. It's highly activated. Remember, you have Jupiter. And even on this day, we haven't even moved into Leo season. Jupiter and the Sun in Cancer in your 9th house that has to do with legal matters and the courts. There's something here. There's just something here. All right. Remember, this is happening at 19 degrees too. All right. We talked about this last week. Just out with the old, in with the new. That's all it is. 19 is, Libra degree. As I mentioned, that's Venus's ruler. This really amplifies harmony in relationships that you're seeking, contracts, legal matters, creative projects. But again, North Node and Pisces in your 5th, the adjustments that happen, it's maybe because you're making room. Yeah. Your life is changing because you are getting married. You did fall in love. You are having a kid. That's a 5th house. It is procreation. You got the 2 houses of intimacy really activated as well. FYI, but also creative projects and creativity. Okay. So it's all for the good. That's all I'm saying is, like, whatever happens around this time, know that it's destined for something bigger and for you moving in a direction that you need to move. Okay. Now, here's why this matters. All right. And this is why these readings are going to be long. Well, it's 2 weeks I'm doing, but still. Remember back in March, Scorpio, that rare once a lifetime cosmic alignment that we had with the solar eclipse in Aries. It was all at the end of March, right? All of those planets adding up. They're all conjuncting. That's when I told you that wave. That's when it starts. That's when you're going to see your life changing. Around that time, there's going to be a lot of movement. It's going to be slow because a lot of planets were retrograde, including Venus. But we did have the Venus Cazimi in Aries on March 22nd. Go back to your March forecast if you want to know what that means. But that storyline that we call that's a new cycle. That's a synodic cycle where there is a storyline playing out in your 6th house of your everyday activities, your routines, your health, your lifestyle, as well as work and colleagues and employees, your responsibilities, your duties when it comes to work. There's a sense of service to others. Yeah. Pets and health. Okay. So When she was conjuncting the sun around that time, she was reborn. All right. She was refreshed. It was a new Venus. So you've actually been working with a new Venus. Yeah. She has a lot of energy, and she has that Aries energy. She embodied it, which is very pioneering. It's like, go getter. It's like, get out of my way. I'm very, independent. I'm doing my thing. Yeah. Very Laura Croft. Okay. You've been working with this. What else have you been working with? Okay. So Venus, as you know, she got an upgrade in March. Yeah. Megan 2.0. But listen, April 21st to the 23rd. Do you remember when Venus and Saturn and the North Node, they all conjuncted in Pisces? That is another cycle within a cycle. Everything is cyclical. Look at your April forecast if you want to know more, but that was, again, in your 5th house. Okay. So again, that is still playing out for you. 5th house is pleasure. It's fun. You're going to feel it big time now, because when the sun moves into Leo, when we move into Leo season, when we have the new moon in Leo, Leo natively rules the 5th house. So you see that overlap here. Something around this time is destined for you. Okay. And it has to do with fun and pleasure and kids and having kids and falling in love and recreation. And again, the 5th house rules the domain of creativity. All right. Creative projects, all of that. And so, yeah, Venus this day is going to bring you some change. Yeah. You're going through some changes. Okay. Use her. You can use her for what you need, what your heart desires. But you got to be social. You got to be charming. You got to network. That's what Venus and Gemini wants, right? So communication is a really big thing. You're probably processing a lot, but it is your 8th house. So you're going really deep, and you're thinking about building these strong relationships in any capacity, as well as money. Okay. Wealth, taxes, loans, inheritance, commissions, royalties, things like that. Yeah. All right. So, and then again, don't forget, you got Uranus and Gemini too. So you are being very experimental, and I want you to be. All right. Be very curious right now. Have your breakthrough. Remember, the Great Awakener, that's Uranus. All right. Have your awakening, wakey, but just go after what your heart desires. It's Venus. All I'm saying is this aspect is really, really, really strong. Mars, your traditional ruler, is here, and you're gonna feel it. Okay. Because also, just to remind you what happened around this time. And again, a lot of you are moving into it on the 19th. Saturn and Neptune were the closest that they have been. Remember, they're conjuncting. I've told you this. They're on the dance floor. They're in the same room. They're grooving, but they haven't met each other yet. That happens in February 2026. But this day, on the 19th, is the day they get the closest they've ever been. Just 13 minutes away from each other. All right? So what happens now? This is a big deal, because this is when you really get a preview of what your life will be like February 2026. You got Saturn conjuncting Neptune, like this far apart. So it's pretty much mirroring February 2026, basically. And then you have all these destined events. Yeah. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. And you're going through all these retrogrades. So you are going within. Inner wisdom, structure, all of that. You're awakening, all of that. Okay. But what did I talk about Juno? Yeah. Juno's in your sign. Juno, Jupiter's wife. I told you about this. Zeus's wife. Yeah. Depends on which mythology you want to. Yeah. Hera in Greek. Okay. So this is a big deal. You have Juno in your sign, Scorpio. Juno is a big deal. She's linked to Libra. Venus is Libra's ruler. This is happening at 19 degrees, the Libra degree. Juno is all about partnerships and relationships and the truth and justice and balance of power in them. and your commitments and contracts. Yeah. Because this day, Juno will trine the North Node and sextile the South Node. And she will also square Mercury, retrograde in Leo. We'll talk about in the second spread. Just know there is got to be some, let's just say, loyalty tested around this time. All right? Just keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. And it may have to do with career. So, cross watchers, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your, husband, Felix, your kid, whoever it is, mutable signs. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces will feel this the most. If you have planets between 17 to 21 degrees in any of those signs, yeah, you're really going to feel it. All right? But just remember, everyone, this is strong. Everyone's going to feel it. They're inner planets. Everyone's going to feel this. It's a North Node. Everyone's going to feel this. Now, Tuesday, July 22nd. There we go. You get to move into Leo season. The sun in Leo, the sun rules Leo. It's at home in Leo. What does that mean for the next 4 weeks? Oh, you're going to feel this. You're going to feel this rush of optimism. It's the sun in its home. Sun in his happy place. Optimism, passion, courage, that fiery spirit, your creativity cranked up. Okay? We're talking right brain, left hand, all of that. Okay? Now, why is this such a big deal for you? Like a huge deal for you? Because Leo rules your 10th house of fame and career. Yeah? If you're not here for career, it's just whatever you want to be known for. The 10th house is your image, your public image, is your reputation. 10th house is honors and achievements. It's social status. It's leadership. There's all this leadership energy that you're feeling in your bones. But fame. Why is this like even more double down in terms of fame for you? Is because Leo energy is fame too. So you've got that overlap here. Nobody else but you. Nobody else but you, Scorpio. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And so there's really something here. When it comes to creativity, it's amplified in ways that you could never believe, okay? So please use this energy. And it doesn't have to be the arts. You can be creative, building that underground tunnel that you've been giving a TED Talk, whatever it is. It comes in a lot of different forms, but just remember, the sun in Leo is a heart. And you've got this light inside you that's just going to radiate now. This is high frequency. And remember, Mercury, the mind, is in Leo. So you have this strong heart-mind coherence. This is so amazing for you. I love this for you, Scorpio. This is so great. You're going to feel very expressive and inspired and playful and loving and ambitious. That's this energy. Tapping into your inner child. That's Leo energy. Very happy-go-lucky, very living loud and proud and showing off your talents. I said that in your monthly forecast. That's what this is for the next 4 weeks for you. Leo season is when you have the spotlight. Remember, the stage is yours, okay? You're not a backup dancer. No, you're not an extra on a Western movie. You are Emma Stone. You're the lead. Whoever you want, you got the spotlight. Okay? That's what's happening, but doubly so for you. For you. This is just bonkers. A lot of y'all going to become famous. You're on that trajectory. And when I say that, it can be wherever you're putting that energy. If you just want to be known as the best spaghetti maker in your gated community, there you go. There you go. You got all that energy that's going to make that happen. Okay? So, please vibrate at that high frequency. The other thing is just have fun with this. Please, Leo energy is so fun. Yeah, it's playful, like I said. And there is that sense of like independence with Leo energy, Sun and Leo as well. Sense of freedom, feeling free, expressing yourself. And that's already amplified with Uranus and Gemini trining Pluto and Aquarius. Sextile like Saturn conjuncting Neptune and Aries. Remember, even just that. I mean, Aries is the ram, the I am. So this is major hear me roar energy. All right? that touch of fame here, have fun with it. It's really, really special. I mean, it's whether you're the director or the actor, it doesn't matter. The stage is yours, okay? You're really going to feel this. You're really going to feel this. I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited for you. Okay, so please own this. And remember, the prism portal, that is expanding your consciousness too. And you're feeling more, and that's all about the collective. Remember Sedna and Gemini. I'll do a, I talked about Sedna last live stream. I'll leave it in the video, but a lot of this right now, especially with Neptune, Saturn, and Aries in your 6th. Remember how I said like that's like service to others, how you're contributing. This is big for you. It's like your art, your teaching, your whatever you do. There is a sense of like what you're contributing to the collective. Okay. So I really, really love this for you. And with Mercury and Leo at the same time, retrograde, yeah, there may be some people from your past, like bosses or colleagues or, the supporting actress. They're going to show up, okay? You're going to see that, or even circumstances from the past. But anyway, just remember, you're the main character on your journey, your hero's journey, your karmic journey. And it's all about the collective. And you're going to start seeing more of that. You already are. Okay? A lot of attention on humanity. All right? And remember, we lift each other up. All right? We don't put each other down. We lift each other up. And this is Leo energy. All right? So that's big. And as I always say, don't live a little, live a lot, especially when you have the spotlight. Okay? You got a big spotlight right now. Just remember, the lower expressions of the sun in Leo can be overconfidence, ego, pride. Yeah. But anyway, same day. You see the sun in Leo is going to sextile Uranus and Gemini at 1 degree. The new beginnings. Wow. This only happens like twice a year, by the way. And so what is going on? This is insane. First of all, you've never experienced this, like no one else on this planet, right? The first Uranus aspect. And with the sun and Leo, like, come on, this is big. All right. It's been 84 years. So what can you expect? Well, it's Uranus. So Uranus is like that bolt of lightning. There's something here that could be very surprising and exciting and stimulating, something unexpected for you. All right. Remember, this is in your 10th house of fame and career, but also Uranus and Gemini in your 8th house of partnerships and money and your transformation, regeneration. And this is all about your breakthrough. It's very stimulating. It's fire and air. So please think outside the box. This is you having your awakening as well. Just do something very curious. This is all about exploring the new, how you can be seen in new ways, how you can be seen even in relationships in new ways. And again, it can be your investor, your relationship with your investor. It doesn't matter. It can be love. It can be business. All right. Just really feed that curiosity. Okay. That's all that is. Do something different. That's Uranus, remember, wants you to shake things up, wants you to come out of your comfort zone. And if you don't do it, Uranus will. All right. Uranus is the one that's going to push you on the karaoke stage, make you sing Lionel Richie something. Okay. Tiffany. Anyway, just shake things up. You're going to be fine. All right. Here's the bigger takeaway for you, to be honest, just you. Well, everyone, but because it's doubled down for you, do something on this day that's going to bring you more recognition. Okay? You've got this portal here. It's a sextile. It's a window of opportunity that's actually long lasting. Why? Because the sun will actually trine Saturn, which is all about long-term goals and commitments. There could be something here with you as like being like an authority as well. You could be getting a big promotion. You could be opening up your own Hollywood studio, whatever you want. To be honest, there's something big here, but it seems like there's some investments involved as well. But just a lot of heart. Okay. Yeah. And I, again, would not be surprised if you're getting messages around this time as well from people from the past, or just, you got Mercury in Leo. Anyway, Another thing for you, just, okay, I'll tell you. Another thing for you, when you have the sun sextile Uranus, when you have the sun in Leo, sextile Uranus. So Leo, I already told you what it is, love, really, it's fun. But Leo, recreation, but also is like lottery, okay? It's sextile Uranus, all that surprises and the unexpected. And Uranus is in Gemini, in your 8th house of like money. And then you've got the sun in Leo in your 10th house of fame. So I'm not telling you to, I'm just saying if there's a day this month, you're like, oh, I'm going to do a scratch off ticket or go play bingo. Like, okay, I got you. Okay, Scorpio, but I'm not telling you to, not saying anything. I'm just saying that. Anyway, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're going to feel this aspect the most. Any planets that you have in your natal chart, 0 to 3 degrees, you're really going to feel this, okay? And any of those signs that I just mentioned. But remember, everyone's going to feel this because we never have. We never have. And, yeah. Okay, great. Now, Wednesday, the 23rd, you got Venus square Mars. All right. So this is happening 21 degrees. You're going to feel this too. All right. Days before, days after, as you know, right? So here's the thing. I don't mind it. I don't mind this at all. The thing is, it is in your 8th house, and that can be a little intense, right? Yeah, you're the ruler of the 8th house. So the reason why I don't mind this is because it makes you do something. You got the 2 cosmic lovebirds. They're not seeing eye to eye. It's a square. So there's a little bit of tension, but like I said, it makes you do something. So this is your big breakup, or this is your big makeup with someone, whatever you need. Just don't go on a first date, okay, on this day. You don't want to do it when they're squaring. All right. But here's the bigger deal here. You have Venus and Mars, Venus in Gemini, Mars in Virgo, 2 Mercury ruled signs. So Mercury, Hermes, very active, is restless right now because there's some tension building with this square between the 2 lovebirds. And this is a day where you're going to have to figure out how to release that tension. Okay. Just letting you know, you're going to have a lot of energy. It's Mars, your ruler, that it's physicality. You're going to feel it's in Virgo. You're going to feel this. Okay. So there's something here for you that has to do with partnerships, relationships, money, building wealth, something about your future, something with friendships and groups and community. Okay. There's something where you're like, there's something that's got to happen. One of my relationships is a really big thing here for you. To be honest, it is a very social aspect. It can be very arousing, passionate as well, but it also can be playful. With Mercury being in Leo, there could be something here that, again, career-wise for you. All right. Colleagues, even like it is competitive energy. All right. But friendly, like, Pac-Man. Okay. We're going to do a whole thing. So just keep that in mind. It can also be like very passive aggressive energy. Okay. FYI. And yes, romantic partners, business partners, creative partners, doesn't really matter. Mercury's just restless. All right. He's retrograde and he's also in Leo, which is, remember, ego and pride. So Mercury wants to say some things. Yeah. Just be mindful. Just be mindful of Mercury being retrograde. There can be mixed messages, but the restlessness, there can be some impatience, impulsiveness, and like now it's getting like really competitive if you're with those lower frequencies, okay? Like one upper energy. Yeah, that whole skit with Kristen Wiig, SNL. Anyway, very it's just hot and cold. All right. Venus, to be honest, is very like FAFO at this point. Okay. And you know that Mars and Virgo, I've told you this can be overly critical. It can be nitpicky. Yeah. So just be responsive, not reactive. I feel like for a lot of y'all, you just may not you're just going to be leaving a community, a group. There may be something a little heated on social media, your social media, it's your 11th, and with friendships. All right? There's just maybe something here. But again, yes, love, romantic partners for you, business partners as well. All right? You're going to be fine. You're on a karmic journey. Remember, everything has ripple effects, okay? You don't need to flip over any tables. It's a lot of mutable energy. Just expect change. Yep. Okay. Great. Now, the other thing that's happening, Juno's involved here too. We'll talk about the second spread. And who's going to feel that the most? This square with Venus and Mars? Well, it'll be the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and the fixed signs, which would be Taurus, Leo, you, Scorpio, and Aquarius. If you have any planets 19 to 23 degrees in any of the signs I just mentioned, just be mindful, all right? Now, Thursday the 24th, and you can use it. Again, it's playful, there's like an edginess to it. That's all it is, okay? And again, find some release. So, Thursday the 24th, the new moon in Leo, 2 degrees, 3:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York City time, my time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world, because as I've said with new moons, when you set intentions, when you plant them seeds, you want to do it at the time of the new moon and after. Okay, it's not like a full moon, all right? You want to do it right at the time or after. And this new moon is next level bonkers, okay? And there's many reasons why, and I really like, get out your notebooks. Are you comfortable? Go sit by the pool. Put your feet in the pool. I'm going to tell you something that you're going to, okay? First of all, this new moon is big. It's big and bold. It's in Leo. Yeah. All about romance, true love, creativity, creative projects, children, your inner child as well. It's sextiling Uranus. Again, this is the first new moon sextiling Uranus in like 84 years. Nobody's experienced a new moon like this, okay? So there can be some surprises. There can be some breakthroughs. There can be some epiphanies. It's your 8th house. There can be some secrets coming out. It could be you. You still have the spotlight, okay? Remember, that's long lasting, all right? Now, here's the big thing, all right? So remember the prism portal, the 4 planets all connecting. And then I told you last week, remember, Mercury's going to be in Leo until September 2. So you got to throw that in the picture. Yeah. So when I say take inspired action to be where you want to be this summer for February 2026. Okay. Where do you want to be by February 2026 and beyond? I've been telling you that week after week. I've been dropping little Easter eggs. I've been doing everything for you. February 2026, that's when we have the Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees in Aries, which has never happened in ever, right? Remember, not even modern, like ever. Probably maybe 20, 30 years ago. Who knows? That's the Great Reset, okay? But this new moon in Leo, the corresponding full moon in Leo, February 2026. So when I say plant them seeds, you really have to take advantage of this, okay? This carries you for 6 months. That's how powerful this new moon is, okay? Everything that's happening right now, you really please take advantage. This is in your 10th house of fame. You really have to, like, where do you want to be by February 2026? That's all I'm going to say. 10th house of career, fame, your reputation, everything that I said earlier. Honors, achievements, glory, being recognized. Only you, Scorpio. Only you. That's amazing. The first new moon in Leo. That's sextiling Uranus. Can you believe that? But this is why it's even... Here's the other thing. I talk a lot more about this new moon in the August astrology overview because of some other things happening. And I knew that I wouldn't have. There's so much to this new moon, so I'll leave that at the end of the video too if you want to figure like why this is such a big deal. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you some other things real quick. on the same day, well, remember, the sun is trining Saturn, right? And then you have the sun trine Neptune. And then you have Pluto trine Uranus. And then you've got Saturn and Neptune sextiling Uranus, all between 1 to 3 degrees of new beginnings on a new moon. Well, it's all about new beginnings. So you are slowly leaving the old world, yeah, as you move into this brand new era. Out with the old, in with the new. This new moon really matters, okay? The first new moon with a prism portal, yeah? Meaning, when you set intentions, yeah, it's for you, but it's also like for the collective. You're setting intentions for the collective, for humanity. You really are. I don't know how you're going to contribute, but anyway, this 2 degrees, very grounded energy for intentions you're setting. You've got some really good fertile soil here. It's earthy. Yeah, it's earth. It's a Taurus degree, to be honest. So again, 2 degrees, Venus energy too. All right. So there is truly something here with partnerships and relationships, as well as fame and career. It could even be you with someone else becoming famous, right? Like power couple energy. But anyway, there is like comfort you're seeking around this time. And like I said, this carries for a long time. It's trine Saturn, which is favorable. It's like a luck magnet. It makes things effortless. There's this ease. He's building you this bridge, this long lasting bridge. Or again, you becoming an authority. You've got the spotlight. And then you have the sun and moon trine Neptune. I mean, talk about creativity. You have it. Like, I can't even like, this is like your new moon. The sun and moon trine Neptune, that is super dreamy and it's so enchanting and romantic and it's transcendent. It's like glitter and smoke machines, the good ones. Okay. So just know this is really soulful and it's your imagination that's going to be so lit, as the kids say. This is divination here, right here. I've talked about Neptune too. Yeah. Visual, visualize, visionary, vision boards. Yeah. All right. You heard me. Okay. And because Saturn, I just told you, Saturn and Neptune, yeah, they're conjuncting February 2026. But remember, I just said they're going to be the closest that they have been since they came together. Yeah. So it's going to be very similar to February 2026, where they meet at 0 degrees. So happening at the time of the new moon, where the corresponding full moon, where you're going to be, just happens to be February 2026. So I really love this new moon for you. The only thing, yeah, there's a thing. The new moon will be opposite Pluto in Aquarius at 3 degrees. So what does this even mean? Well, so there may be something here where, to be honest, I think it's going to be fine for you. Pluto is your traditional ruler. Oh, sorry, your modern ruler. So you're really going to feel this. But it's almost like there's something here where there's something. It's almost like, you know, those movies where people become like really famous and then like you see them less and less at home. A little bit of that. Yeah. Because it's, you know, Pluto and Aquarius, that's your 4th, right? But Pluto's your ruler. So this involves you. This is all about you. So it can be like an emotional new moon for you. Yeah. There could be a little bit of power struggles. There could be a little bit of like egos here. It could be just like really quick and it's just like, just needed to get it out. But there could also be a little bit of like jealousy. That's just like this energy with the opposition. Just remember, you're on a karmic journey. You got so much happening for you. Just stay true to you, your authentic self. Know thyself. Yeah, Socrates. All right. So I love this one for you. And yes, I talk about Mercury retrograde in Leo during this new moon in Leo in that August astrology overview. Actually, in my last live stream, I'll leave both of them at the end of the video. You're fine. Just do. Don't let anything stop you from pursuing your creative or romantic pursuits. Yeah. It's your 10th house. Okay. And if you have to sign anything or have like an important call or things like that, sure, there may be some delays. And if you're expecting a contract, but if you have to literally sign something this day or this week, I mean, obviously suggested you wait until Mercury's direct. But considering it's a very heavily karmic week, things are destined for you, go for it. Go for it. Because you're still going to go where you need to go. It's going to take you there. Everything here is going to take you there. Mercury retrograde just means that there may be a little bit of a detour. Okay? That's all it is. Now, and maybe some changes. But again, this is too important of a new moon. Now, the other thing is that, who's going to feel this new moon the most? Well, it would be the fixed signs. So that would be Taurus, Leo, you, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And I am going to throw in Sagittarius and Aries. That completes the fire signs. And I am going to throw in Gemini and Virgo as well. But again, everybody's going to feel this. Now, if you have any planets between 0 to 4 degrees, any of those signs, it doesn't matter. You're going to feel it. Now, what else are you going to feel? Yeah, so you got the moon. You got Venus sextile Eris on Sunday. That's fine. There's a lot of love and relationship stuff happening for you, but like intensely. Intensely. And there's a lot of like ripping off the Band-Aid. Okay? And then okay. So the last thing I'm going to tell you is that Venus does move into Cancer on Wednesday, the 30th. Here's the thing. This is amazing. And we'll talk about it next week because you feel it more in August. It's happening, right at the end. But that's great. Venus is joining Jupiter. How wonderful. And this is soulful. It's beautiful. Okay. Now, and it is your 9th house. It's amazing. There is like this big picture energy that's rolling out for you. Now, Thursday, the 31st, love it. Mercury Cazimi. Great. You're halfway through the Mercury retrograde. You got Mercury in the heart of the sun because remember, Mercury's moving backwards. So, this is your moment of big clarity, a refresh, this even reset in the way that you're thinking about something, this light bulb moment, even like ego check is, because it's in Leo, especially everything I said, especially over things that happened, like the first half of July, it's going over the same degrees from where it was, right? So it's not like the perfect Cazimi, but I really do love it. And the reason why I think that you're going to love it, the moon will be in your sign. Yeah, on this day. So, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel a lot of passion. But yeah, with the fact that you have a Mercury Cazimi in Leo retrograde and the moon in your sign, that, by the way, will be squaring the Cazimi, you might have, again, another moment of like revelation, secrets, things that you hear. Okay. Or maybe you revealing stuff. And it can have to do around money, relationships, and fame, career. But then, the moon in your sign will actually trine Jupiter. I mean, it's great. You're going to be signing stuff. Anyway, let's get started. Oh, yeah, you saw my website too. Yeah. Great Awakener. All right, so I talked about my last live stream. I gave you an update. Let's get started. You get to really see what Uranus on the ascendant is like. Let's get started, Scorpio. Sun, moon, and rising. July 21st to the end of the month. We're going all the way. Okay? Scorpio, I'm going to turn you into a verb. Are you going to Scorpio that? Who says it? Come on. Scorpio, y'all crack me up. I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. You know I will. Yeah. And I love y'all. What are you doing, Ruby? All right, let's get started. Oh, yes. Well, you're going to be great. You're going to be top. When I say out with the old, in with the new, I feel like you've had this. You've had this a lot, actually. I'm not even going to. All right. So this will be fast. It's almost like you get the same. Okay, let's just get the 2 wands. Amazing. Okay. Because there's a sense of, with that 2 wands, yeah, You're taking that time. You're really doing that retrograde stuff that you're meant to do. All the outer planets, except for Uranus, retrograde. You got Mercury retrograde. You got the South Node activated. South Node has to do with the past, just like the retrogrades. You have Chiron actually activated as well. Eris is right on top of Chiron. Yeah. You are really processing things. You're really thinking about your future, your next conquest. What am I gonna? Yeah, you see the stage in front of you. So this is great. This card actually is attributed to Mars and Aries. So it's one of the most underrated. Like, people see it, they're like, no, it's strong. He's got the world in his hand. Yeah, he's at the highest point in the castle. He's got this great view. You got a great view right now. So you're stepping back. You're taking, you're thinking about what I just said about where you want to be by February 2026. That's amazing. Ten of Swords and the heart of your spread. So look at what's happening here. I'm going to show you something. I don't even, can you see? You can, yeah. Okay. That's great. Something's ending. And I told you to really pay attention to the big changes that you're going to be going through with Mars, your traditional ruler, that's going to be right on top of the South Node, and his lover, Venus, that's going to be right there too. Okay? And Juno, that's in your sign, literally on that day, there's going to be some changes. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Love, partnerships, relationships, creative projects. But remember, it just seems like something was taking up a lot of headspace. So now you're free. Uranus, remember, is there too. You're breaking free. Okay? Freeing your mind. Swords. Yeah? So, sure, there may be something here where there is a little bit of, like, did it have to be the hard way? So the sun is coming out. We call this the card of new dawn. The clouds are clearing. It is a 10 when 0 equals 1. It's the end. All of that is finally over. You can move on. Look at what you got. Yeah, like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You're going to be great. But learn from it. Anything that you went through, remember, these are the karmic nodes. Life lessons. As long as you learn from everything that you go through and use it to empower you on your journey, you never have to go through that cycle again. Everything I said is cycles. Yeah. The cards, as I told you, what comes after it, you go back. It's a cycle, right? After 10, you go back to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you don't learn, it's like a hamster wheel. You get trapped in that cycle. So you got to learn from it. Even the hand gesture here, the man on the beach, same as a hierophant. Blessing. So it's like a blessing in the sky. It's like, oh, we set you free. Your mind too. Okay. So you no longer have to. All right. But you remember, you're in charge. You make that happen. Okay. And again, there is a sense, it's your 8th house that's really activated. You're growing. King of Cups. In your challenge area, just feel like there may be, well, 2 things here. This is you. King of Cups is the Scorpio, all right? And so just, vibrate at the high frequency of kindness, compassion, love, and self-love, okay? Those really high frequencies, that's King of Cups anyway, right? There may be something here that, what I talked about, the heart and the mind, the coherence, where you got the swords and you got the cups, the heart as well. And so there may be something here where it's just like, we've learned our lesson. We're still going to be sitting strong in our throne. You'll be fine. You're going to be good. You're going to tap into that. Yeah. Strength energy that you already feel spiritually. Yeah. So again, something here is empowering you. Okay. The other thing is that, yes, it does feel like there is something that gets a little, okay? And then you've got to, it's definitely someone that may be a little bit manipulative, maybe emotionally manipulative, maybe someone that is needs a little bit more love, Yeah. It's how you handle everything, okay? The circumstances, it's how you handle it. Remember, you're on a karmic journey. But it does feel like there may be someone that could be a little, you know, when I say you're not going to be seeing eye to eye, the potential of that, well, there you go. There may be a little bit of not seeing eye to eye with someone, okay? Just stay emotionally strong, spiritually strong, all of it. You got the strength in your crown. You're going to be fine, okay? That's amazing. Strength is attributed to Leo, by the way. Remember, a lot of Leo energy. Mercury in Leo, Sun in Leo. You got those aspects too. New Moon in Leo. This is courage, okay? This is resisting things that you know that you shouldn't be doing in anyway, right? So, again, really good for you. And then look, you got the 3 of Wands. 2 Wands, 3 of Wands. Great. This is, I call this the green light card. You spent that time processing, planning, and then, okay, right? You didn't do anything that was just like, that was a little abrupt or anything. You plan things. You're Scorpio. You plan things. That's great. Okay? Because you're ready to go. You're ready to go. You're ready to go explore and do things and meet people and start new things and start your journey and learn a lot about yourself. And yeah, career, work, it's one. So again, a lot of creative energy here that I want you to embrace. Yep. Just embrace it. And you're going to use it. It's going to feel really nice. And you got the King of Wands in your future. You're going to be fine. You're going to be amazing. Like, it's the King of Wands. He's also Leo. So remember, it's your 10th house of fame and leadership and social status. He's the fun king, by the way. He's the epitome of fire, wands, fiery. A lot of energy. This is amazing. You're going to be good. You're going to be great. And this is a king who, you look at him, leaning out of his throne. He can't even sit still. Yeah. He wants to go party. To be honest, he does. He wants to go mingle. And that Leo energy, it's just friendly and fun. But he's still a leader, okay? And this is very transformative. You are changing. And this is going to be you sitting in this throne. Look at this. Let me show you something. Speaking of, you see the lions in his throne, by the way, right? So this Leo energy, like, you're really going to embrace. But you see the Ouroboros in his throne. You see the salamander at his feet. All indicating change, unity of all things. These cycles, but change, transformation. You're going through it. And look at how you're going to come out on the other side. You're good. Let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, you're making me lose my voice. I'm joking. Scorpio. Are you, did I just Scorpio that? If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. You got a big old week, 2 weeks. You know I love y'all. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. That I told you, you're going to be fine. Something had to go. Something had to go. Something had to go. It makes you feel so good that it's gone. It makes you feel so good. Look at what's happening here. You're about to make me cry. You got the 2 of Swords. You got to take off that blindfold. And that's all you got to do. Okay? How do you do that? Remember, you connect with your emotions, with your feelings, with everything, heart and soul, all of that. Intuition, yeah. You see her back is turned to the moon and the sea. Intuition, emotions, right? Trust your intuition. Okay? Don't sit on things. These swords are going to get heavy. Your shoulders are going to get tired. Don't sit on things. You got to make some decisions. You got to make some big decisions, okay, about situations. And it could even be after certain maybe events happen. It's still like, okay, I still got to, move this way or that way. You're going to be fine. Like, you got the king and the queen, like, right next to each other. So they're both leaders. They're both full of passion. They're both charismatic. The people, like, gravitate toward them. And you got, like, both. Did I say that, like, I said, like, power couple? I did say that earlier, right? There may be something with you and your partner. There may be something there, but I mean, you got the pair. And the Queen of Wands is very, like, first in your external factors area, and just like the King, very entrepreneurial. Like, she's a businesswoman, right? But she's like the CEO, okay? So this is really great. Again, your 10th house of career is lit, as the kids no longer say. But there you go. You got the King and the Queen. I can't even, like, so King of Wands is Leo, right? That's your 10th house of fame and career, everything that I said earlier. Queen of Wands is Aries. That's your 6th house of work. I mean, like, so there, it does, and it's Wands, career, profession, work, all of that. It just seems like there's something here that just, again, I'm not surprised when you've got the new moon, the sun in Leo in your 10th, and it natively rules your 5th. I mean, Leo natively, I mean, that's, your North Node is right there, okay? North Node in Pisces in your 5th house. That's Leo's home. So something's destined for you, as you can see. Like, you're moving on up. You're moving on up. And remember, they can get whatever they want. These, yeah, whatever they want. They know how the law of attraction works. Like I said, they're very charming, regal. They're full of passion. People love them. People love them. Now, you got justice. What I say about that fairness and balance of power and relationships, contracts, legal matters, but also karma. Justice is highly associated with karma. And so it's just something here that you're just like, I just want things right. Okay? And you're going to get it as long as you're being your authentic self. All right? Because you got the star. You're good. You're amazing. So, Scorpio, with the star, there you go. Everything's aligning for you. The stars are aligning for you. This is a really big deal. And again, something had to end, okay? The star, a lot of healing here. This is a card of healing. It's a card of, like, wisdom. It's a card of knowledge. It's a card of, like, yeah, I learned. And now, remember, I said all this Leo energy, feeling free. There you go. The water bearer. The star is Aquarius, by the way. Yeah. So there, like I said, that sense of like freeness, freedom. Even with Uranus and Gemini, Uranus being Aquarius's ruler, like in your 8th house, like feeling free. There's something here. It's just even creatively, creative expression, free creative expression. The stars aligning for you. Now, here's the thing. It is card 17. You see, so that's an 8. You see 8 stars. They're all 8 pointed. It's referencing the strength that's in your crown. Card 8. And so it just looks like you are, whatever you're manifesting, you're making it happen. You're good. You're absolutely good. I can't. Because even if you take, remember, Virgo rules your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, commitments, all of that. But even if you take the South Node out of the equation, you still have Mars there. Mars is pushing things, making things happen for you. I mean, I can't even. And you even see the water bearer pouring onto the land too. Okay. So that's a big deal. It's just like things are growing in your world. They will be growing. It's working, right? It's working. Oh my gosh. You're really good. Scorpio, thanks so much. Next week. All these cards sticking to my elbow. August. We're going to do August. Remember, August is, just look at the overview that I did. Oh my gosh. August is going to be a month. You're going to love it. Scorpio and tier 3 members. Yeah, we're going to go over some things. Okay. We're really going to talk about Juno. Remember, Juno is in your sign. You see Juno like really at play here. Like it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay. So, and we are going to do a spread just on the new moon. We're going to isolate that. I really want to see, especially for you. Scorpio, thanks so much. And tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. We have a lot of fun. Scorpio, all right. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.